You are the air I breathe. You are my everything. Baby, come and follow me till the end of the world.
What's up? Welcome back to my channel. So it's Easter. So happy Easter. It sucks because I can't see my family. I can't go to church. I can't really do anything, but it's Easter. So happy Easter. If you get Easter baskets, I got one that's filled with candy. I got some Monster to wake myself up. I've been trying to film, but it's very hard because there's nothing to do. I'm kind of running out of content here. I'm still using my phone, but I did get a camera and I've been trying to figure out how to work that. Still can't figure it out. So we're still working with the phone here. Basically what we're doing is it was like one of my first videos. I did a makeup thing, even though in the video I think I said like maybe 400 times that I did not know what I was doing. I kind of know what I'm doing now, but it's not like, you know, James Charles makeup guru type thing. It's my makeup. It's not fancy makeup just because I've run out of my fancy makeup and I'm unable to go get any more. Yeah, basically we are going to do that with a Q&A. I've had to write the questions down, what you guys asked me, because of the fact that I'm still using my phone. It's very inconvenient, especially when I have a camera and I'm trying to figure out how to use it and how to edit it on the computer, so I can kind of like make better content. I have completely run out of content at this point. It's just been hard. So anyway, we're gonna get right into the video. So yeah. Alright guys, so I've already done most of my face just because I want to get straight into the eyeshadow stuff. Other than that, we're gonna start the Q&A. So let's get into it. What was my childhood like? My childhood really, you know, wasn't the best. I lived with my mom, and my dad left me and my mom when I was around 2 years old. So it was just me and her, and she had to work a lot. My mom and my stepdad, and they got remarried. My dad is like someone I'd never replace. My stepdad, he's basically just my dad. Like, there's no saying like my stepdad, like he's my dad. Like, he blessed me with like a whole different family and like a beautiful sister, and then with that I got a beautiful niece who was just born in October, and she's like gonna be 3 amazing cousins who I would not replace for the world. Having them plus my sister, I feel like I have 4 siblings that like are all out of the house, but like they're still my siblings, you know? What do you like best about yourself? I hate these questions because I don't want to be like, oh, I like this about myself, but it's also like I can never think of anything. I feel like it'd be like my hair or like my eyes. But personality wise, I think my favorite thing is my sarcasm and my sense of humor. Even though people are like, you have no sense of humor. Well, you just don't understand my sense of humor. My sense of humor comes from my aunt and my cousins, because we're all so much alike. My aunt is on my mom's side and she has no kids. And she's like literally like teenagers stuck in like a 40-year-old woman's body, and it's so fun being around her. And then my cousins are all like 20 and like 30. I don't really even know how old they are. They all just have like this really funny sense of humor to me, and I think that's where I get it from. Alright, so basically I'm doing my eyebrows. I get made fun of a lot for my eyebrows because one of them is lower than the other. If you look, why does my eyebrow do that? It looks exactly like my dad's, like my biological dad. But basically one of my eyes, you probably can't tell, one of my eyes is smaller than the other, and one of my like eyelids hangs down lower, and it pulls my eyebrow down, and it's just like straight across, and it's so inconvenient. So next question is, what does your future look like? My future looks like Georgia. As you can see over there, that's where all my college stuff is right now. I've been doing a lot of research during quarantines. I've had the time to. I am planning for first choice going to Georgia Southern. Don't really want to go anywhere else, but I also have all these other options just in case like I don't get into Georgia Southern, but they're all out of state. I just know I don't really want to stay in Ohio. Now, right after high school is kind of still a blur. I am in a CTC program, which is career tech, and they give you $3,000 scholarship to go to our community college, which is Sinclair, which is kind of connected with our career tech. And you go there for 2 years unless you do CCP, which is college credit plus, which is like basically just taking your college classes your senior year or during the summer or whatever. And so if I get those done, I may be only going for a year, but I still don't know yet. But either way, I'm trying to decide whether to study athletic training or go into law, which are two very different things. I don't really know between athletic training or law, and then there's like teaching English for teenagers. So either what college I go to, doesn't matter. I'm gonna go to college and then I'm gonna go live in Georgia for the rest of my life. That is where I want to grow old. That is where I want to raise my kids, raise a family. So next question, who are the closest people to you? The closest people to me are obviously my best friends, Kenzie, Cameron, Carlin, Kenzie's boyfriend, Cameron, my teammates, some of my teammates, definitely. I don't really have like very many friends just because I like to keep my circle small. Hello?
Are you watching your movie?
Okay, that was my mom. We are gonna get started on the eyeshadow. Obviously, since I did the James Charles palette in the last video, we are going to be using the James Charles palette in this video as well. I do need to get baking powder. What I do usually to start, even if I'm not even doing a white based color, I do white all around my eyes with one of my big brushes. Next question. What is your relationship right now? I don't have one. I wanted him to do YouTube videos with me, and we just never got around to it. We just broke up. We both kind of think it was time. We've been together for 3 years on and off. I think it was just time to let go, and I love him to death. I always will. He was the first guy that, taught me that, love isn't screaming or crying or physically getting into fights or physically hurting somebody else. It's, that's not what love is, and he taught me that. And I have no hate for him. I absolutely adore him. I think he deserves the utmost happiness, and I hope he finds it. So Jacob, if you're watching this, you were a great guy, and I hope that we can both move on and find happiness. So now that that's over, I'm not answering any more questions about that, and I didn't really want to talk about it, but I decided to answer one question about it. Was most of the questions on my thing. But when I asked the questions, it was before me and him broke up, so that makes it 10 times more awkward. First place you're gonna go to after quarantine is over. I don't really know. Well, the first place I'm gonna go to is my grandma's because I've been waiting to go there. But I think the first place I'm going to right after this is over, I'm going to Starbucks. I'm going to Ulta. I'm going to see Kenzie and Cameron and Carlin and all these people. And I'm gonna go to my grandma's. So, are you ever gonna dye your hair like you keep posting about? First of all, don't come at me. I keep posting it because I can't decide. I've never done anything to my hair. My hair is this color naturally, and in the summer it just kind of gets, lighter, kind of like everyone's. When I was born, I had black hair and blue eyes. Obviously, I have green eyes and brown hair, and then when I was growing up, I had blonde hair. I don't know if it's just because like when you get older the pigment in your hair changes. I'm not really sure. I kind of want to go back to like a blondish color, but at the same time my whole family has black hair. My mom has, they say it's brown, but it's literally black. So I kind of want to get like a really dark color, but I'm also like not really sure what I want. So yeah, so I keep posting about it because I don't know what I'm gonna do. Now I'm just adding the top color, which I used this color first, and then I used the brighter yellow. Next question. Favorite song? My favorite song? I don't have one because I could go from like country to rap in my car in like 2 seconds to like 80s music to like 2000s music. I'm going to use this color, even though I was going for like the pink color. We're gonna like get into that. Okay, next question while I do this. What was your favorite TV show growing up? My favorite TV show growing up, that's actually really hard. I would say probably either Zack and Cody or Hannah Montana. And then once I got a little older, it was Wizards of Waverly Place. My favorite TV show now is Vampire Diaries, 100%. No question about it. And probably Grey's Anatomy. Either one of the two I could watch multiple times, except lately I cannot get into the new seasons. I think it's because after Alex left, it was like, well, what are we supposed to do now? What is your favorite social media? My favorite social media is TikTok. Instagram just isn't really the thing anymore. I feel like Snapchat is just for when I need to like text my friends. So I get this question every time I post anything about doing a Q&A, even though I never do a Q&A, what my body count is and if I'm a virgin. I'm not answering that. So I'm done with that part. Dang, that doesn't look bad. But we still haven't cut the crease, which I've learned how to do better. Next question. What has your quarantine routine been? My quarantine routine. That's funny to say. During the week, I wake up. I eat breakfast, which is literally just my organic granola bars. And then, so I eat breakfast, and while I'm eating, I do my schoolwork. Since we're online, so I've been doing my schoolwork, and then I kind of like relax for a little bit. And then I've been honestly every single day doing something that has to do with like college research. I don't know why I'm so into it. I think I'm just ready to be a senior and graduate. Even though I feel so bad for the seniors this year, I feel like I'm ready to just get it over with at this point. So that's kind of been my routine. And then I usually work on my true crime series, which I know I've told you I've been working on, and I actually have been working on it. It's just taken a while because I want to be able to use my camera for it. So I need to figure out how to do that before I start filming them. I am hoping to get it done and just film one and then see how it goes over. And if it doesn't, if you guys really don't care, I probably won't do another one. But it kind of just depends on how it goes over and everything. That's one eye, so I'm going to do the other eye. So when I snap my fingers, ready? It doesn't really look different, but I did it. So anyway, so there's only 2 questions left, and it's fine because I have to just do my mascara and then I'm done, and then add some highlight too. So what is your favorite season? That's actually really hard for me to answer because I don't really have a favorite season. Well, I don't know, I feel like winter time, I don't really have a favorite season because I like the fall, but I also like the winter because it like reminds me of Christmas, and I love snow. But I also like springtime because it's like, you know, so like pretty, and the summertime is like the fun time. I don't have a favorite season, basically. I'm gonna do my mascara, and then I'm going to answer the last question. Alrighty, so mascara is done, and here's to the last question, which is people wanting heartbreak advice. This was literally one of the most asked questions, which is really ironic, but it was one of the most asked questions by like a bunch of people, so I thought I'd answer everyone instead of just answering like your specific questions. I want to do a heartbreak advice like pep talk on my channel. The advice that I could give some of you for your heartbreak advice would be, especially for the younger people that ask me, you know, not a lot of high school relationships last, and that's fine. And if you do, then like really honestly, that's awesome. But you have your whole life ahead of you, so don't let this one thing completely tear you down, you know? And it was obviously is over for a reason, and you know, it sucks, but this is also just one chunk of your life. You know, you have your entire life ahead of you, so make it worthwhile. You only have one life to live, and live it. Like, don't get held up. And you know, you can have your time to like, you know, like cry and like let it all out and let the hurt out. But after you're done, just like, you know, make the most of your new life, the new chapter in your life. So that's my heartbreak advice. So this is the look. So this was actually pretty fun, especially because I haven't put makeup on in a while. Like, subscribe, go follow my socials, which I'll put down here, and I will be up with a new video very soon. Bye.